What's up, guys and gals? My name is Trashiest Panda, and today we are starting a new series in Colonial Survival. So Colonial Survival is a obviously survival game that focuses around colonies, as the name implies. Now, I haven't really played hardly any of this, so I don't know very much of it, but I wanted to experience it with you guys. And I'm a big fan of survival games, so I wanted to do this with you. So we're going to do a new world name. Very original, I know. Trashiest Colony. We'll leave the monster amounts at default, and I will use happiness, which it looked like it was a newer update in this game. So, without further ado, let's go. Now, I know what you're thinking right away. This looks like a Minecraft game, and I mean, yes, it is a bunch of squares everywhere, but I would say it's a little different. I never really got that much into Minecraft personally, but I do like survival games, so I saw that you could build a colony around yourself, and they all have specific jobs, they all do different things, and then there's also every night, it's kind of like 7 Days to Die with the Horde, where they all just come swarming at you. So I was really interested in that aspect, like once you get rolling, having like a massive castle, and figuring out how to balance all your resources with your colonists and deal with the enemies. One effect that I really like in this game is the depth of field. Now, I always turn off depth of field in games, but in this it kind of has a nice little charm, and the textures are pretty interesting. They look almost like tessellation, where they're not flat textures, even though obviously they are, but I don't know, it's a nice little touch. Like even these little berry bushes, it looks like you can just pick these off and eat them. So what are we doing first? Day one, you want to find a place to set up. So I kind of want to be close-ish to water, because water will be used from water gatherers. You can use a water pump to get away with it in a slower fashion, but you can't really tell. I would say the worst graphic in this game is the water effect right now. So that stuff over there is water. But I do like that view. So I kind of want to build up here. And I just kind of want to flatten everything out. Now the way, I'll explain stuff like as I go along and I figure things out. But the way you clear stuff is you don't use a tool. You just hold left click and a little progress bar, if you see it real fast, shows up. And then it removes whatever you're looking at. Certain materials take longer than others, but there are no like pickaxes or actual axes to take out trees. And as you can see, I'm taking the bottom of the trunk out of the tree first, which shows you that it's not like 7 Days to Die as far as structural integrity is concerned. But nevertheless, it's still very interesting in my eyes, and I'm looking forward to building a massive empire full of low polygon people. So right now, all I'm doing is collecting wood, which is used a lot in the beginning to set up your little original cabin that you will be housing all of your helpers in, your colonists. So I'm going to clear this out, make this a little bit flatter, and I will be right back. I gotta say, one thing I do enjoy about this is there's no stamina, which I understand is very prevalent in a lot of survival games, but it is nice for when you are trying to build a massive colony for yourself, to not be limited by just standing around waiting for some bar to fill up stamina. And also, even though it's a survival game, I don't actually, as far as I know, I don't actually have to eat. Can we just throw these away? I don't know how to get rid of these. I don't know. It's not really that important. But once you, I'm having an issue. It told me my inventory is full, so it's not collecting anything that I'm picking up. which is not the end of the world because it's just grass right now. But once you place your colony and storage crates, your stockpile will be created, and then all your items can just stack up in there. Another thing that's weird about the inventory system is usually when you put down storage crates, it creates a finite amount of spaces where you can place items, right? And in this game, it doesn't do that. It's like shared inventory space amongst all your storage crates. And you'll see, as soon as I start getting colonists, I place crates, because I figured out when I played it for like 1 hour before this, you have to place crates next to your workers if they collect things or use things from other colonist jobs. This gives them a short distance to walk for materials or to place materials in said containers, and increases their efficiency. Because if you have like one crate in the center of your base and you have guys all over the place, it's going to be very inefficient and a lot of wasted time. So you want to avoid that whenever possible. Alright, enough babble. I'll be back. Alright, so also if you're wondering why I am glowing all of a sudden, it's because if you hit the G key when you're playing on the computer, it will actually activate your torch. And I figured you guys don't want to see super darkness, so I'm going to use the torch. Because, again, another convenience to keep the fun factor up as opposed to such a heavy grind, the torch doesn't require any fuel. Actually, none of them do. You can place them pretty much at your own discretion. It doesn't really matter. And they're not that expensive to make either, which is really handy because I know some games, they really put a lot of resource cost into torches and lighting sources. So it's kind of handy that this game doesn't really do that. I mean, I haven't played it much, so I can't criticize it too much, but so far it's been pretty nice to play. It's pretty enjoyable. A lot of things that are kind of grindy in a lot of other games are not so much in this one. So now the plan is we're going to establish our first little hut, which is going to house all of our colonists. So the way that you place items, if I need to pick it up, it's just left click and then pick it up, and it puts it right back in my inventory, which you can see down at the bottom. Over here with the planks, I'm rolling my mouse wheel to scroll through my hotbar, and I can just right click and it places it, and it's real quick and real easy. There's not much to it, and I like that. So as you can guess, I can jump onto one block, but if I put two, I cannot traverse it. And this is also true for the enemies, so that will be used moving forward to defend our colonists from the zombie waves that come at night. Now you notice I just went through night and no zombies came. That's because I don't actually have a colony built yet. I didn't place down my banner. It's not there yet. So that means that they're not going to come until I do that. So that's why I want to establish this beforehand, so I have some kind of way to defend them. Even though it's going to be a minor threat in the beginning, I want to make it where I can at least take them out. Automated, where I'll have a guard instead of me running up and just clicking on them until they die. So right here, I'm going to show you real basic, the crafting and stockpile. Now, see, I have some logs, different kinds of logs. Well, you can make planks with whatever kind of log you want to. And you can just click on it, and it makes a whole bunch of, planks. And I'm just going to start filling out this building, and you might think, wow, this is like really overkill, and it probably is a little bit overkill. You don't need to make your first one this big. I'm just kind of like, I want this to be my central hub for a while, so I feel like if I build it big enough, and I'm probably going to give it some walls, like Probably do 2 for a window, then like a pillar. So kind of like this. Oh. And I will leave that open. You only need to have 1 block to fit through, but I kind of want it to be like, you know, a decent entrance, so it looks nice. Aesthetics, you know, aesthetics. So this looks weird here, wonky. Should I leave it like that? I don't know. Let's keep going, and I'll just try to let it go. I don't want to be like a perfectionist over the way my blocks look. See, now this looks stupid, so I think I want to change this slightly. What I'll do is I'll just move them over 1, and then hopefully that should fix the pattern for me. And then I can do that, and then move this, and then hopefully this will cure me of my OCD ailment, which I don't really have, but when it comes to building games, I like my stuff to look as proper as it can. I know that sounds weird, but see, that looks stupid too. We'll just do the same solution that we did over here. Double up the entrance, and then fix the windows by 1. And that came out extra stupid. Alright, so should have counted ahead of time, but we got a wonky little corner over there. I'm not going to stress over it. Alright, so if you're wondering what I'm doing and why the windows are now suddenly gone, I totally was an idiot and I forgot to put down the floor. Like I said, aesthetics are everything, and I can't have my people walking on dirt and grass. I need them to be walking on some nice planks of wood. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in this floor, and I'll be right back. So it appears that I ran out of lumber, so I'm going to be grabbing a little bit extra so I can make some more planks to finish this building up. I'm not going to be doing a roof right away because I don't know how many floors up I'm going to need to go moving forward. Like I said, I haven't really played that much of this game yet, so I don't really know how far I need to go with it, but I'm expecting that it's going to be quite substantial because when I was looking at the science that you can research in the game, as you increase your colony size, you get these banner upgrades, which the banner gives you a certain amount of space where zombies will not spawn in. So it's like a safe zone for your colonists. So the higher population you get, the bigger area you can work with. So the original area that you start with, I believe, is like, I want to say 40 by 40. It's pretty substantial. So I don't want to kind of like squash my area down to a little tiny spot. But at the same time, I don't want to build so big that I take up my entire open area just with this building, because I'm going to need my workers, I'm going to need farmers, I'm going to need all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to finish this floor, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to set up these windows, and I don't know, I might do them a little differently. I might do it like this. I don't know if it's going to make it any better, worse. Kind of seems equally bad. Alright, change of plans. We are just going to go straight wall in it for now, and I'll figure out the window situation afterwards. Okay, so I have my big open room where I can fill with beds because each colonist in this game requires a bed. So, what do we have to work with? We don't have any supplies until we actually place our banner down. So I'm going to place our banner down as soon as the night is over because I don't want zombies coming and trying to take out the banner right away. So I'm going to just collect some resources while I'm waiting for the daytime cycle to hit, which, by the way, it's very quick. The day-night cycle is not long at all. You are not waiting around. Again, another cool feature that I don't think is necessarily a bad thing to have. I don't mind time progression in a game. Certain games like if you play like Ark or Conan, even 7 Days sometimes, it's just nighttime almost, at least in the beginning of the game, seems to slow progression to a halt. And you just literally are waiting out the time, sitting in your little hut or your base, and you're just waiting and waiting for the sun to come up. And at least in this one, A, I can see, B, I have a torch, and C, nighttime is not so bad because once I have guards, I can continue doing whatever project I'm doing, and my guards will keep my colonists safe. So that's another little thing. But I'll see you in the morning. Ah, look at that sunrise. Not too shabby looking. I knew this would be the right place. If you get a little doff in there, then you get a little blurry so it doesn't look so polygonal, I guess. But anyways, we're going to place our banner. So we just scroll over to the banner tool, and we're going to right click, start a new colony here. We're going to call it Trashiest Pandas Colony because, you know, why not? And first time starter kit is used, create colony. Now this green area will show you the safe zone, like I was saying. And then the red area is the not safe zone. So that's any place that enemies can spawn in. So as you can see, it's quite large. Like even at the beginning, it's quite large. So a couple little windows that popped up. In the top left-hand corner, you have beds, colonists, unemployed, and happiness. Now, your happiness stuff is pretty important. And there's all these goods that help with happiness because each person you add, you'll see, will take away happiness one at a time. So this 25 is going to help us in the beginning, and we're going to also get some berry farmers, and that will also give us 10 happiness as long as we can keep them fed with a surplus of berries. So that'll get us up to 35. So we'll be able to last for a decent bit. But now we have this, and this is our stockpile. So we can put all of our items that we don't readily need on us in there, and it comes with a whole bunch of stuff like some wood planks, some copper nails, copper, bread. It comes with some basic stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some beds, and I'm going to place them down. You get this little arrow, and basically it means which way the colonist can reach it from. So this would say that a colonist can come from this direction and activate this bed. If I faced it this way, it would be the opposite. So we want them like this. And you just right click them down, and now we have 5 beds in the top left corner and 0 colonists. So what you want to do is go to the crown and you left click, and we're going to do food production because we need food immediately. And we're going to do a berry farmer, and I'm thinking we'll do berries off on the side here. And you right click and it'll start a zone, and then you can stretch it out until it's max size. Now I'm not sure, I think they go like every other space, so let's see what this will provide, and I will fill out the little gap here with some grass. Alright, so you notice that there's still no colonists. Well, if I go to recruitment, auto recruit on job placement, which I missed the opportunity because I didn't check that before I placed the job, but I'm going to recruit to fill all jobs. So this will give me 1 colonist who will spawn on the banner, and he's going to come out. He's dressed in his berry outfit, and he's going to start planting berries, berry bushes. So like I said, you need a crate for nearby a lot of workers. So I'm going to make a crate, and I'm going to put it right there. And that way, when he is done picking the amount that he can hold in his pocket, he'll put it in here, and it goes into this collective inventory for the whole colony. And just so we can see, I'm going to throw a torch on it, especially when it gets closer to the end of the day, and throw a torch there and there. And so he's starting to do his job, and we clearly didn't need to have this little extra space right here, as we can see. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7 by 5 is probably plenty big enough to more maximize your area for other jobs that are adjacent to them. So I'm going to actually fill this in a little bit more, and I'm going to get another one, because you see in the top right corner the calorie usage will get quite substantial, because every person you add is another 2,000 calories a day, and that all comes down to happiness. Now this will adjust back to 2,000 as soon as he starts putting berries into the inventory over here. So just be mindful that it looks like it's not good right now, but it'll be fine. So we're going to do berry farmer again, and we did 7 by 5, right? 7 by 5, and then that should give us all these bushes, but in this area, so it just maximizes efficiency. So it didn't give us a colonist again, but that's because it hasn't registered that we have enough food income. So I'm just going to go to the banner and recruit and fill the job manually. And then here comes the second guy. So another thing we want to do is we're going to want a guard. So I'm going to put down a little piece of wood there. And let's see, can I make some stairs? Yes, I'll make some stairs. And the way that this works is whatever direction it's pointing, that's the way you would go up the block. So see how you go up and then up, up. All right, so now I'm going to get a guard, because you absolutely want to have at least one guard on nighttime duty. But I'm going to actually get 2. That way I'm good for a while, because 2 sling guards, like 2 shots from a sling guard, will kill a basic zombie. So I'll have it so they can, basically collectively one-shot a zombie each time they're coming. So where do the zombies go for? They go for the banner or for your colonists. The colonists at nighttime will go to their beds. So they're both targets will be in here, and they have to go past my guards. So let's go ahead and recruit those. And, okay, both of them are there. I thought it was just one. So they're going to go to bed because they are nighttime guards. And another thing that you want to make sure is this grocery store right here. You want to have one of these near all of your workers. And again, as just like with the crates, when they need to pick up or drop off stuff, you want to have this close to your workers so they don't have to go far to get it. Now this is going to cost another worker, but I'm going to put him right here. Let's recruit him. So as you can see, we're a 5 out of 5. So that means we have no spare beds for any of the workers here today. So these guys should provide enough food, I believe, to maintain 5 people. They don't provide a lot, but I'll get more as time goes on, and we'll move into bread. That's as far as I got before I decided to start recording. Bread is much more effective at feeding, but it's slower because it requires the wheat, and it has to grow, and then it has to be ground, then it has to be baked with water and the flour, so it's a little bit more involved. But let's survive this night and see what the zombies bring. See if we can find anybody lurking around. That's pretty. So, where are the zombos? I know you're out here. It's not going to be many. Like I said, we only have 5 oh, there's one. So, just as a heads, in case you ever cared to know, you can click on them slowly and kill them. Those are the easiest kind of zombies. There's ones that I found that were like green shirt zombies. They take a lot more hits, but again, that's as far as I got. Looks like that guy's going for a swim over there. These guys will 1-2 the regular zombies and kill them dead, like right away. The green ones, I think it takes like 4 or 5 hits. So that can be a little problemsome if you don't have more than 2 guards later. Let's go ahead and give us a little bit of light in here. I don't really need to have light everywhere, but just, I don't know, because they look cool or something. That guy's taking his sweet time. Alright, so the beginning is pretty slow as far as like setting up defenses. You're fine. You can actually probably survive just literally clicking them to death. But I prefer automation. It's kind of like was it like Satisfactory, where you like to automate literally everything. Like you could do everything on your character, but why would you want to? If the game allows you to just make it automatic, why wouldn't you want it? Why wouldn't you want to do that? So, oh, we got a dead guy right there. They must have taken him out, and I didn't even see it. Come on, boys. I want to see you guys kill at least one guy. Come on. You know those aren't your berry bushes, right? Oh, I didn't realize I could reach them from up here. I guess that's one strategy, is you can just build a small wall. Oh, look at that. They just sniped that guy. Oh, then down goes another one. Alright, here comes the last one, and then we're going to call it there for today. Oh, wow. So he got caught up in this bush, and they can clear one block, like I said. So they didn't really have too much of a line of sight, but as soon as he went up, it was enough, and they just wiped them right out. Alright, so first video goals, we set up a little cabin for our people to sleep in. We have 5 jobs, 2 guards, 2 berry people, and 1 grocer. And that about wraps it up for this video, guys. I will see you again in the next one. Later.